May I have your attention, please?
And she was always the radiant smile that greeted people coming back for the reunions. Another thing that I certainly appreciate about Lindsay is forever she's been a supporter of men's gymnastics and didn't want that legend to fade away. And she's been a great guest. She was responsible for a number of things, but in particular, I'd like to say that she organized the celebration for Coach's banner from the lofty rafters of Hilton Coliseum. She put on a fantastic celebration for that. She also initiated Coach's 80th birthday celebration. She's just been such a part. Last year, about this exact time, she took off. She's still at Iowa State. She works for the Iowa State Foundation. But she still keeps in touch and very much a part of the Letterwinners Club. So, Lindsay Long, we love you. Now we have the three Letterwinners Club, starting with Mike Green, the director. We have Sophia Steinmeier and Natalie Horowitz. I can't say enough good things about this. When we started as the reunion committee, it became apparent that the Letterwinners were indispensable to the success of this. They just took over their organizational skills, the logistics, the communication, all this stuff. We just would not have such a successful reunion had it not been for the Letterwinners. I cannot emphasize that enough. I guess what I'd like to say is all three of them contributed to this, but there's one who just bore the burden of the billions and billions of telephone calls that we gave her and annoying things that we did. And she did that with a smile on her face, and it's just so sweet and pleasant to us, even though these codgers were hounding her all the time. But I'd like to give credit to all three. It's just a wonderful thing. We got some gifts for them. We have Mike, Natalie, and Sophia. I know this is a celebration, but I think it would be appropriate, and I'm inviting you to pay tribute to those gymnasts who have passed away. So if you wouldn't mind, just a moment thought to reflect on those who are not here. So if we could just have a moment of silence, I would appreciate that.
Great thank you to all the folks who brought memorabilia to look at over here. Thank you for the slideshow. In particular, David Smeedle, where he's at. And a fellow named Doug Kiso, who's a gymnast from Illinois University, who has an extensive video library. There's all the video clips that Doug Kiso provided to us. And can't give him enough thanks for all the help he did for putting this together. So David and Doug put all the clips together, and then Mike Green assembled everything into the slideshow. So I thank you for all that. And that's the one which Joe Bean is at. Joe Bean provided the pound horse that everyone's signing out from. Joe, thank you.
But it became a part of our lives because of the two gentlemen that we're going to honor tonight. And I'd like Dave Nicholson to step on over here a minute, please. Yay! And I wanted to make sure I got it right, so I'm going to read the notes. So for me, and many of us here this evening, Dave was our Cyclone teammate. Working parallel bars and pommel horse, he had a strong, athletic, smooth swing. But to many of you out here, he's Coach Mick, who recruited you to Iowa State, led the program with class and integrity, and became steward of the program. So in the Iowa State men's gymnastics story is told, Dave alone occupies a unique niche. To have competed as a Cyclone gymnast and then to lead the team as a head coach. In honor of this singular accomplishment, I would like to present to Dave two photos from his 20-year career as a Cyclone. The first is a picture of Dave with his teammates on the podium as the 1974 national champions. Woo! And the second is a photo of Coach Mick alongside his mentor, the legendary Ed Gagne. And a shirt.
I'm honored that I had the choice of being able to say a few words on behalf of all of the guys and all of you guys. And if you visualize a little bit that some of the characteristics of Coach that you could visualize in your own self of what you've learned over the years and what it's done for your careers and all of your, your families and everything. We have passion, energetic. We got an infectious enthusiasm. Oh, I tell you, I'm seeing these videos and watching him sit by every one of the athletes on their event, standing there, spotting them, and being around them, and just like, it was unbelievable. It was just great, a positive spirit, guidance. He gave a lot of guidance for all of us. When I came, I came from rubber rings in Illinois, and all of a sudden I saw these wooden things, but I don't know what you do with them. So then the coach said, I remember one day he told me, he says, I was in a handstand and I was just learning how to do a giant. And he said, you are not coming down from those rings unless you do a giant. I don't care how you do it, whatever you do, I don't care what it is, but you gotta get around. So I grabbed on like forever, and here I came through the bottom and fell off. No, His wisdom and exuberance, phenomenal. Love the sport, outstanding. What we learned from the coach, he taught us how to enjoy gymnastics, how to really enjoy it. And you could tell about when you guys were all coming in yesterday at nighttime to come to the gathering, watching you all talking and seeing each other for years and just bonding together and having camaraderie. That was exciting. That was unbelievable excitement. Planning and preparation. I remember he would teach us. I know I was underneath the stadium when it first started. It was all concrete, and these guys were trying to do the jet trampolinists would have to touch the ceiling and make sure that they were all okay, and not just do a double, you know. But it's a discipline and the preparation that we were given on how to do pieces and parts of our routine. And I think while you just think about yourself and what you've done in your life, I'm learning how to prepare for things. You know, that came from coach. You know, from just being with you guys. Work ethic, integrity, the ability to get the most out of the gymnast. And that was it. You know, you think about what your routine looked like when you first started here. You know, what you ended up being 2 or 3 years later, or even a year later. All of a sudden, man, you became a star, and you become just unbelievable individual because you trusted this gentleman and you loved him and you stayed with him for all the time when you were on the team with him. In closing, his ability is I'm getting kind of worked up here. I don't know. But anyway, there is something that happens every Tuesday at Culver's. How many of you have been to Culver's for having lunch with Coach? Put your hands up. Give yourselves a hand. Haven't that fabulous to be able to have lunch with him? You know, it still keeps on going. Well, we have a few things for you, Coach. Yeah, from Culver's. We just couldn't figure out what way to get Coach. You know, and we kept on thinking, we pondered this for, I bet you, weeks in Zoom calls. What should we do for him? How about a car? No. So we got, I don't believe this. We got you a gift certificate at Culver's.
Thanks, Bill. I see all of you out there. It's amazing to me how many athletes I look at. It makes me feel like I'm already preparing a talk to be ready for the national championships. With that in mind, I know you won't be disappointed when I say this, but tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I'm going to meet with all of you at Meyer Hall and check out. When you think about it, this is a culmination of an opportunity that I never would have imagined. We've had a number of smaller reunions over the years for various events, but I think of this one as being extra special in that I look at it as an opportunity that you've had to come back and renew old friendships and visit with your teammates, which really means an awful lot to me. I was fortunate in being able to start the program at Iowa State in 1961. And I look out there and I can't believe that we have some pioneers out there that were actually on the team or before in a club in 1961. And so when you think about it, the fact that they no longer have a men's competitive gymnastics team, it's even more gratifying to know that our university, the university that you graduated from and performed for, are still recognizing the skills and the performances that you've had. I mean, when you think about it, you wonder what a coach, what satisfies a coach. Well, I'm going to share a little something personal with you that I don't think I've ever mentioned before, but I truly feel this out of my heart. You know, you guys have been terrific. You've won a tremendous number of championships, including national championships, individual titles. And you know, I have to be honest with you that those were important to me, as I was hoping it would be important to you. But the thing that really pleased me about being a coach here at Iowa State, and personally being your coach, was the fact whenever we went into the gym, I'd walk in there and see all this enthusiasm and the energy and the guys that were really willing to work out and work hard. I know that there were times when what was demanded of you was almost beyond the ability that you had for that day, but then you would come through and perform anyhow. And the part that really pleased me more than any of your championships that you've won was that after workout, if I could look at you and you had a smile on your face, I felt like you were a real winner. And I appreciate that. In closing here, I would like to bring back a memory that most of you have participated in. You may have seen on films, the movies, the halftime show that we did together. We always performed at the basketball games. And to me, that was a big part of our team, and that even though the 14,000 people that came to the basketball game, they watched gymnastics with interest. And whenever they knew they were watching a national championship team, I mean, it made them have extra pride. And I felt like you guys contributed to the program, to Iowa State University, for having accomplished all you had. Well, I want to bring back a little memory here. And we're going to have a little halftime show, right? I was kind of surprised by this, but they've asked me to narrate it. And at this time, I'd like to introduce.
We're going to do a score, too. We're scoring.
All right. I guess this was kind of a surprise to you. Takes a lot of guts. And many of you will remember that not only did we go with the brown bag when we went to meets initially, but we would divvy out the uniforms, and of course they always had these suspenders. And of course later on they didn't have any suspenders. But now that Dave is here, he's, like I say, he's got a lot of courage. And I know that probably some of you have tried this, but a few months back, Dave told me that he went to Williams High School and watched the gymnasts perform and practice. And he looked at that pommel horse and he said, you know what, I think I can do a circle. And I'm sorry to say that he couldn't do it. But he he's been working hard. I'm guarantee you he's going to do for us today. And I'm going to evaluate it. All right? Ready? Are you all ready out there? And it's going to be scored. Maybe the highest score you'll see.
Where's my... I'm judging. I'm judging, baby. Okay.
Somebody dial 911.
You might have to practice that a little bit more.
That was Kurt Austin.
You can't see it. He's trying to do a handstand. A pinwheel.
Here's the circle.
That's what's left of the circle. Very good.
What's the score?
Well, I'm looking right now, but I don't see anything. Oh, yeah. All right. 3-0. 10-point. Well, to me, folks, that was a surprising finale. I just want to close by saying thanks to all of you. You're more appreciated than you realize. And good luck with it.
We love you, Coach.
Amen.